Welcome back to the Sir Alex Ferguson Aberdeen Challenge, episode number 4. After a poor run of form, it's clear something needs to change. So, today's episode, we're going to be changing tactics and hoping it can save our season. So this is what we have changed the tactics to. We've gone from a 4-3-3 to the 4-2-3-1. We've got the fullbacks are actually fullbacks now rather than wing backs. One of the centre backs is actually an advanced centre back, with the other one being a ball playing centre back. We've got a standard defensive mid on the right side, box to box mid on the left side, a playmaking winger on the left, a wide forward on the right, free roll for the cam, and a target forward for the striker. Now, for the outer possession, obviously the two DMs stay where they are. The defense stays exactly the same, but we pull the wingers back to provide a bit of help for the fullbacks, leaving the striker and the cam as our two main outlets. Let's see if this can turn things around for us, because we've been on a pretty poor run of form, and it's not going to be made any easier looking at the amount of injuries we currently have. It's also made more difficult with the Champions League qualification rules. Obviously, you need certain homegrown players and whatnot, so bringing in new players and actually getting them registered has been a little bit of an issue. But as you can see, 3 to 6 week injury for the goalkeeper, 6 to 9 week injury for Cullen. It's been a pretty rough couple of weeks in terms of injuries. It's going to make this game this one even harder. We've got Damphy not too bad, just the 12 days. Moises for 4 days, and Hoyrant for 10 days to 3 weeks. So let's hope we don't pick up any more injuries, and let's see if the tactics can help us win our first match in, I think was it 6 games or something? But Wolfsberger at home in the Conference League, Wolfsberger AC. Not actually heard of these before. Well, I think I'd heard of them, but I don't actually know anything about them. I'd hope it's certainly a game that we can win, as Milanovic goes straight through. Should be doing better there. Win the corner. Good save from the goalkeeper, though. Yeah, it's certainly a game that I'd kind of expect us to be able to win. Like I say, I don't know too much about them, and that to me suggests that it's certainly a game that we should win. But we will see. Obviously, the new tactics won't have been trained for too long as of yet, so the players will still be adjusting to that. But let's hope we can see an instant impact, as we certainly seem to be the stronger team so far in the first 23 minutes of this game. Right as I say that, it's going to be a highlight for Wolfsberger, as that was quite a narrow angle. Good save from the goalkeeper, though. Corner for Wolfsberger, as Zukic crosses it in and is going to find Baumgartner, and it is going to be 1-0 for Wolfsberger. Why do I speak? Why do I mention anything about the stats? Second shot on target, 3 shots in total, and we are 1-0 down. Possession's pretty even, but possession doesn't score goals, does it? See if we can hit back, try and get an equaliser before half time. Certainly look to be having shots and attempts, but I'm going to assume by the lack of highlights that none of them are particularly solid. No clear cut chances is what I'm trying to say. Armstrong plays it forward into Lazetic. Lazetic out wide to Milanovic. One further to Brandon Williams. Pulls it back to Noster, who goes for the early cross and kicks it straight out of play for a goal kick. And that is going to be half time. So 1-0 down. Give him a little talking to and hope we can turn it round in the second half. Zukic gets tackled by Balalovic. And are we going to see our first attempt of the second half here? Balalovic still with the ball on the right hand side. Puts inside. Pulls it back to Aremu. Now with Devlin, who plays a great ball in behind the defence. Crosses it in. And it's a good effort. Saved. Feel like we should have been scoring that though. A good ball in. Right inside the 6-yard box on the head. And headed straight at the goalkeeper. Put it out for a corner. Nothing coming from it for us though. Unfortunately not. We need a Baumgartner in our team. As Aremu picks it up. Plays a lovely little pass inside to Balalovic, who should score there. 1-on-1 with the keeper. He's put it wide. I'm pretty sure that's his second or third chance of the game. 12 shots, 4 on target, 1.4 XG, and we still haven't managed to score a goal. Strikers are not doing the business so far. We'll maybe make a couple of changes. Let's get Lazatic off. Nisbet will be getting a game. Obviously, Cullen with the injury. Swap Armstrong out for Cameron. Our low knee signing from Rangers. Obviously, done before we even started the save. And we'll bring Keskinen on as well for Milanovic, who's missed our best chances. See if the changes can make a difference. 67 minutes in. Brandon Williams plays it forward to Keskinen. He's going to glide past his man with ease. Going to go all the way and hit the post. There's a great run. But he's got the bug that Milanovic has of unable to finish. As Williams picks it up now and goes for the near post, but it's easily saved. On a straight at the goalkeeper. Yeah, so we're certainly having a lot of shots. The XG is looking healthy. The possession not so much, but as proven so far, and as for anyone who knows football, possession does not win you games. There's Keskinen. Plays it back to Nosta. Morrison plays it wide to Devlin. Let's see if we can create anything down the right-hand side with Balalovic. Plays a nice ball inside to Cameron. Cameron slips it forward to Nisbet, but the shot's blocked and it goes out for another corner. Which nothing is going to come from. We've had 13 corners so far. They've had 5 and managed to score from it. Of course. We're approaching the end of the game. Not a lot else happened. There's that Gattermeyer on the right. That's a funky name. Zukic to Schopf. Plays it out wide to Renner. We're going to need to steal this quick and try and get an equaliser as the ball goes into Pitchler, who puts it in the far corner to make it 2-0. And any chance of us getting a win with our new tactics looks to be over. It looks like we've had the better chances, the more attempts, but clinical from Wolfsberger as we lose 2-0. Not a great start. Certainly some positive signs though. Like I say, a lot of attempts, got into a lot of good positions, just some poor finishing has cost us. Nothing important there. So from the recent run of 5 draws in a row and then a loss after it, we add to that with another loss, making it, 7 games without a win? Right, straight back into another game. Hopefully we can improve on the performance and get a win in this one. We've got Hearts, which, if you'll remember from episode 1, as we played them first game of the season, we actually beat these 3-2, which gave us kind of a false sense of security into thinking that we were actually going to do well this season. Certainly, obviously, hasn't panned out that way. But let's see if we can do the double over them and beat them again and get this get a run of form started with our new tactics. Obviously, 4-2-3-1 is pretty meta, popular football manager tactic. I kind of didn't want to go down the meta route, but you kind of haven't really got a choice, to be honest. As straight away we have conceded. Wonderful. Maybe I just need to download someone's ridiculously meta tactics because this is not starting well at all. As Hearts score with their first shot of the game, assisted by Caleb Wiley, who, if I'm not mistaken, is on loan from Chelsea, American fullback, who I actually have heard of on So Rare from a couple of years ago when I actually used to play that. The only reason I actually know who he is. But again, 1-0 down with their only shot. We seem to be started the stronger, but it doesn't obviously matter as we are losing the game. Sergio Aurier still there. Caleb Wiley picks it up on the left, plays it forward to Chesnikov, who caused us chaos in the last game. Goes for the near post, but it's a comfortable save for Herrera. He slows the pace down for absolutely no reason, as nothing happened. Back with Caleb Wiley and Finlay. Pulls it across to Halkett. They've given it away as Milanovic is going to break down the left-hand side. Going to cut back in on his right, go past the two, or inside the two rather, pull it back to Armstrong. He puts it wide. Going to go out for a corner, I think, which obviously nothing's going to come from. I'm pretty sure that centre-back, Halkett, is got a team of the season on FIFA if that's something you guys play. Pretty sure it's him anyway. Morrison with the free kick inside our half. Can anything come from this? As Milanovic plays it back and it's going to go out. Well, it's not going to go out. It's the referee's going to blow for half time. So a pointless highlight there. First half, again, XG all in our favour. Shots all in our favour. Just can't seem to put the ball in the back of the net at the moment. I want to see a much better display in the second half, boys. Let's see if we can actually do anything now. We start off with another pointless highlight. Just to show we've kicked off for absolutely no reason. Just the 3 shots on targets for us, but obviously them Hearts with just the 2. 2 was enough for them. I think actually 1 was enough for them. 3 for us. I think it would have been a bit. Would maybe done better with Cullen, although he's not started the strongest. He does score the occasional goal for us, and with a lack of him, a lack of Moises, a lack of Hoyran, obviously we are weakened up front. Just Lazatic, who has been, I think he's been the better scorer out of the 3. Let's see if he can do the business for us today, because we're going to need him to step up. Between him, Keskinan and Balalovic, anyway, we need someone to step up, even Armstrong, who seems to be having a stinker again. Very inconsistent, but I guess so is the rest of the team. So we do actually have Hoyran back for this game. I forgot we'd actually got him on the bench. We'll bring him on and we'll bring Moises back on. Or we'll bring him on. Didn't realise he was also back. We'll stick him up front rather than on the right hand side. Our lack of striking options obviously showing itself here, but he can play there. So let's see if he can do the business there. As Geiger gives away what looks to be a penalty, just to add to our woes. Penalty awarded. Wonderful. Great stuff. Can Herrera maybe save us? Give us a chance to get back into this game with Braga steps up. Goes straight down the middle. Herrera dives to his left and makes it 2-0. Let's fire them up. See if we can salvage anything from this game. We've got 18 minutes left, which is more than long enough to get a couple of goals. But not if they score another. Kabore on the left-hand side crosses it in, but it's easily cleared from Williams straight to Milanovic. Can we counter here? He goes past Sergio Ray. Look, he's not even there. He's going to go all the way to the byline, pull it across. I'm not exactly sure what's happened here, but Moises has scored a goal. It looked like he'd blown up for a penalty there because everyone seemed to stop moving, which obviously we're not going to be able to see in the replay. But either way, we've scored a goal. Back in the game, can we score another and get an equaliser as we approach extra time or injury time? 4 minutes. Can we get it? Can we get an equaliser, or are we going to lose again? We're going to lose again. I think that makes it 8 matches without a win. Well, that's a shame. I'm certainly seeing positive signs, which is making it more frustrating because we're playing well. We just don't seem to be able to score. I mean, Milanovic with his 10 finishing there certainly doesn't help. Right, we're going to be straight back into another game. This episode is going to be quite game heavy. Like I said previously, obviously not being in the transfer window and having the Conference League fixtures, we're going to have a lot of games, which I don't want to skip over everything. Obviously, there will be games where we do skip over, but this isn't going to be one of them. As Iberia at 1999, certainly a game we are going to be expecting to win, even though we are away from home. We need to start getting some wins. Let's see if we can put the improvements from the change in tactics into an actual result in this one. We were able to start with Hoyran in the free roll position behind Lazatic. Armstrong moved further back to the defensive midfield. See if we can maybe create something from a little deeper. Yeah, we need to start getting some wins because I don't think we're even doing particularly well in the Conference League table. Where are we? Are we even on the... Yeah, there we are, sorry. 29th place with just the one win so far. Obviously needing to get into the top 24 to qualify for the playoff rounds. As the cross comes in, it's going to go too deep, but Milanovic is going to keep it in play. Pull it back to Williams. Squares it to Armstrong. Armstrong plays it back to Williams. Going to go around his man. Cut back on his right foot. Cross it deep. And Balalovic goes over. And we're going to start with what looks to be a penalty. Jared Gillett blows for a penalty. What's VAR say, though? VAR agrees. And we're going to start with a penalty inside 30 minutes. Are we going to see our first win in 8? Armstrong, can he score? No, he can't. I'm pretty sure that's the second or third penalty he's now missed this season. Just when we really needed him to start converting them. Another miss. What's that? 12 penalty taking. You certainly, it's certainly not poor by any means. I didn't realise his physicals had fallen off a cliff like they look like they have. Certainly one that will... Oh, gonna say, it certainly looks like one we're going to have to look at replacing for next season. As he goes close there with a long range effort hitting the crossbar. So, 35 minutes in, we've had some good chances. Obviously, the standout being the penalty, which Stuart Armstrong failed to convert. Certainly started off the stronger out of the two teams. We just need to start scoring some goals. Need to convert these chances. As Stuart Armstrong picks it up here. Switches it out to the right hand side to Bilalovic, who crosses it to the far post, and Milanovic with the goal finally puts us in front just before half time. From one winger to the other, that is what we needed. And I just saw the table just before half time, and I think this will put us on 5 points. I'm not sure how many points we're going to need to get through to the playoffs. Obviously, we'll see that further down the line, but it's certainly a competition I'd expect us to be getting through to the knockout stages. Sorry, not the playoffs. Certainly should be going. Not, I wouldn't say anywhere near like maybe a quarter final or something, but we should certainly be getting to the knockout phase of this competition, in my opinion, anyway. But only if we start winning games. As Iberia are on the attack here. I'm not going to try and pronounce all these names as they are way too difficult for me. But a good effort, goes just wide of the post. Herrera sees it round quite comfortably in the end. And we're approaching 66 minutes, 1-0 up. Looking fairly comfortable, I must say, but obviously we're going to need to add goals to the game to kind of put this one out of sight. As Brandon Williams plays it back to Noster, go all the way back to Morrison. With Armstrong, plays a nice ball into Hayaran, flicks it inside, and the long-range effort from Lazatic makes it 3 goals in 4 games for him and puts us 2-0 in front. Finally looking to breaking our lack of win record or streak. I was going to say losing streak, but it's the majority of it's draws. So, yeah, our streak of no wins, basically. First win in 9 potentially. Maybe a couple of substitutions here as Bilalovic is looking pretty tired. Having a good solid game though on a 7.5 rating. Geiger and Armstrong not doing particularly great in the DM slots. And we'll make a couple of substitutions. They're not doing particularly great in the DM slots, but obviously we seem to be playing pretty well nonetheless as Geiger takes this corner. To the near post, Milne goes for it and heads it just over the bar. Good effort there for the big fullback. Right, we're approaching 90 minutes now. Looks like we've really taken the game to him in the second half as we're now on at 19 shots. 2-0 up, approaching full time, and we finally get a win. Thank the Lord. Now, is it the tactics or is it just playing poor opposition? This is where, in the next game, that's where we will see the difference. Right, where does that put us in the Conference League table now? That puts us up to 22, which is obviously inside the top playoff game spots for the knockout phases. Next up, we've got Helge from Slovenia, who I've never heard of them either. They are currently, where are they sitting? They are sitting 25th, so just below us, a point worse off than us. Having lost to Varazin and Rapid Vienna. Not heard of Rapid, that first team name. They've beaten Santa Clara, who I actually have heard of. And we play Livingston, St Mirren and Dundee in the league before we play them next. So we've got a few games to put a bit of form together before we actually play them. Obviously, we will be at home against them, so we do get that advantage. Yeah. Right, we are now into that game against Kelge. I unfortunately have lost the footage of those games, but after this one, I will go through the picture list and we will have a quick look at how those results went. So yeah, we need to win this game basically. Try and bump us up a few positions in the Conference League table. These are sitting obviously a few positions below us. I think we mentioned before. Well, after the last European game we had, certainly a game we're going to be looking to win at home advantage. Balalovic and Milanovic back in as the wingers. Obviously, one crossing for the other for the first goal in our last game. I think it's going to be a pretty similar team to what we played in the last game, actually. As it looks to be a very boring first half. As the balls ended up back to Herrera, playing it forward to Nostad. Nostad's going to lay it off to Jensen. And Jensen's going to go on a wander down the left-hand side. He's going to go past the fullback and cut back, whip it in on his right foot. He's going to find Balalovic, and we're going to go 1-0 in front for his first goal in Europe after 36 minutes, all made by Jensen on the left-hand side. Decided to go for a wonder. Obviously, we've brought him in to replace Williams for this game. A great cross to the far post, and Balalovic got up well to meet the header. And it looks like it's going to be the only thing that's actually going to happen in this first half, which we will certainly take. Yeah, 2 minutes of added time, not equaling any more action. We start the second half 1-0 in the lead. We're certainly doing well. We just need to score some more goals. Not been a lot happened in this game so far in terms of shots for either team. As Milne picks it up and plays it back to Morrison. Spreads it back to Jensen. See if we can make anything happen again. Plays it forward to Milanovic. Milanovic is going to dribble with it and play it out wide to Balalovic. Lazatic comes short for it but gives it away. And the ball is back with Elch. Palvin goes for the switch though. We've got the possession again as Lazatic comes short for it, plays Milanovic straight in, and we are now 2-0. So the target forward dropping deep for the ball. Kind of playing like a false nine there. Great bit of play of Milanovic as he dribbles inside, pulls it back, or plays it forward into Lazatic, who, with a great pass, flips Milanovic in straight through on goal. And we certainly look to be the only team that seems to be doing anything in the second half. And even that's a bit of a push. But can we do anything here? Can we add to our 2 goals? As Moises plays it into Lazatic. Lazatic is going to hold on to it and play it back to Milne. And Milne goes past the fullback to Balalovic, and Lazatic, and Nozovic misses. Ayrton Moises, you're not having a good game. You're coming off. Ioran, you're coming on. And Armstrong is getting taken off for Kjartansson. Let's see if Milanovic and Balalovic and Lazatic and all of the itches can maybe add to our 2-goal lead. Milanovic goes down the left. Skips past his fullback with ease. Crosses it to the far post and finds Balalovic, who heads it over, unfortunately, to put it out for a goal kick. But we're certainly seeing positive signs with this tactic. Our forwards having a fairly solid game. Balalovic, unfortunately, looking pretty tired. We'll take him off as we are fairly comfortable at the moment, even though obviously we'd like to add to the lead. We'll bring Keskinen on the right. Usually play him on the left, but Milanovic is having a good game over there, so we'll leave him there for now. And yeah, we've really taken the game to Kells in this second half. 14 shots. I think we'd only had 2 at half time, so certainly putting the pressure on. See if we can maybe nick a 3rd goal. Just a little confidence boost. Now we're going to throw it straight out of play for a goal kick. I'm going to assume that's some sort of fair play, but for an injury or something. Either that or it's some sort of bug on the game because I'm not sure what else he was trying to do there. But it is going to be where we finish. Nothing else is going to happen, and we are going to finish 2-0 for another win. Back-to-back wins, and yeah, achieving 345k. Love to see that. Obviously, needing to boost those finances to help in our long-term goal of winning the Champions League. Obviously, we're miles away from it at the moment, but certainly heading in the right direction. Youth intakes are looking pretty average, I must say. Couple of C's there. Nothing really to get us excited about. And that puts us up to 14th place now in the league table in the Conference League. We're in a healthy position. We're only 2 points away from Genk, who are in that 8th spot to avoid the additional knockout round. Certainly making some positive changes. Right, we have now got Kilmarnock, who, if you remember, in the last game we played against them, absolutely smashed us 5-2. It was actually quite recently. So let's see if we can get a bit of revenge against them at home. And I've just remembered I was supposed to go through the results from the games that I lost the footage for. I've actually written them down though. So in the game against Livingston, we won 3-1 away from home. The next game was a home tie against St Mirren, which we won 1-0. And then the next one was Dundee away, which we managed to win 3-1, which actually puts us on, I think, did we win the game before that or not? I can't remember. We're on a 4 or 5 game winning streak either way. Yeah, I think we won the game before it because I think it was the European tie, wasn't it? Yeah, so I think 5 games in a row we've managed to win now since we've changed the tactics. Obviously, we started with a loss. But then 5 wins on the bounce since then. We are certainly looking in a much healthier position thanks to the tactical tweaks. And I would love nothing more than to add to that and smash Kilmarnock after they embarrassed us in the last game. Can we start with a goal or a Kilmarnock going to counter attack? I'm going to assume not, as that's a really poor thumped ball clearance. Anyway, Brandon Williams on the left hand side cuts in, plays the ball in behind to Keskanen with a first time cross to Lazatic and puts us 1 goal in the lead. Perfect start, 25 minutes in. Brilliant cross there from Keskanen as Lazatic heads it past the goalkeeper easily. Lovely bit of play there. Great ball in from Williams and that first time cross here from Keskanen on his left foot. I mean, Lazatic really couldn't miss from there. Beautiful bit of play there. Love to see it. And we start off positively 1-0 in the lead. And we now add to that as Ayrton Moises plays it back to Kjartansson, back out to Milne. Balalovic down the line, crosses it to the far post. It's cleared though. Had to make that clearance as Brandon Williams picks it up. Goes past his man. Can he cross it? He cuts back, pulls it back to Keskin and he finds. I thought that hit the post and came out, but it hasn't. It's actually ended up back in the net. He's hit the post and it's gone in. And we have started this game on fire. 2 goals in 5 minutes. And certainly looking good. Keskinen with a goal and an assist. He has started off this game on fire. We are looking good. And we maybe add another one before half time and embarrass Kilmarnock like they did to us. Ball back with Morrison. Plays it out to the big man at the right back spot, Jack Milne. Plays it forward to Balalovic. Pass it inside to Moises. Back to Milne. Plays it forward to Lazatic and I can't even believe what I'm seeing. 3-0 inside the first half unless VAR decides to screw us. No, it doesn't. 3-0 in 43 minutes. What am I seeing? Almost speechless there. Lost the ability to speak after seeing us score 3 goals. Keskinen having an absolute wonder of a game with the 2 goals and an assist inside the first half on a 9.7 rating. Things you absolutely love to see. Let's see if we can add to that in the second half. Just the one shot on target for Kilmarnock so far. 7 for us. Certainly became a bit more clinical in recent games. And it looks like we might have just done all our work in the first half because nothing seems to be happening so far in the second. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. As soon as I click tactics, we see a highlight pop up. We'll what will we do here? We'll bring Cameron on for Ayrton Moises. Give him a game before Rangers start kicking off that we're not playing in. We'll bring Jensen on at left back. We'll bring Devlin on at right back. And we'll give Nisbet a run out, seeing as we're pretty comfortably in the lead. We'll give Lazatic last half an hour off. See if Nisbet can add to the damage. There's a best picks it up at left back for Killy. Tiffany. He's going to absolutely walk past the fullback. Caught inside on his right foot, and the shot is saved by the goalkeeper. Herrera tipping it over the bar for a corner, which nothing's going to come from. Now, the only thing we need to do in this game is keep a clean sheet, and everyone is happy. 10 minutes left. Still very comfortable. Still only the 2 shots on target. As Brandon breaks down the right-hand side. Not Brandon Williams. Brandon for Killy. Losing out. Jensen brings it forward. Can we maybe nick another one? Nope, because he's giving it away. Long ball comes straight back though, and Tobers clears it only as far as McGuinness, and McGuinness with the long range effort from outside the box scuppers any chances we had of a clean sheet and makes it 3-1. Now, hopefully, as there is still 9 minutes left, or 8 minutes left now, we don't blow this lead. Surely we couldn't, right? What a replay of the stands that is. Unreal. Unreal work there by the on the 3D mod. It looks like we're going to finish 3-1, thankfully, and not absolutely blow the lead. Yep, thank the Lord for that. Nothing happening after the goal, thankfully, as we add another win to our winning streak. Things you absolutely love to see. 3-1, 2 goals from Keskinen and the assist in leaving us with another good result and a great performance from him to make it 3-1. Keskinen lifts Aberdeen into the Conference League reckoning. Oh, he's put us into 4th spot. I can't believe it. This run of results has absolutely saved our season. Right, straight back into another game. This is going to be, I would imagine, the final game of the episode. Obviously, quite game heavy, this one. But obviously needed to show whether our tactics are working or not. So we were playing Rapid Vienna away from home in the Conference League. As Lazatic is going to go straight through on goal and put us 1-0 up inside 22 seconds. Unbelievable pass from, I'm actually not sure who that was. Yeah, it starts with an attack for Rapid Vienna. And we count now with Balalovic, who plays a long ball straight over the top of the defence, putting Lazatic through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and a comfortable finish, slots it down past him into the bottom right-hand corner, putting us 1-0 up with a great start inside the first minute. Could not hope to start any better. And their problem is they're playing a 4-3-3. We know from our own results that it doesn't seem to work. Thought they were just about to tell me it does by scoring a goal there, but no. It's blocked out for a corner. Let's not throw our early lead away. The corner comes in and is easily cleared by Lazatic. Out for a throw-in, which we are going to see. Ball up. Balls it back to Gerg. Not Leon Gergic. Or am I thinking? No, that's the one from Sturm Graz, isn't it? I'm thinking of. He's one of the good youngsters on the game. Side plays inside to Antiste to Demir. And the shot is tipped round the post from Herrera. Our free signing in goal. Still doing pretty well for us. Starting this game with a 7.2 rating. Very solid start from him. The rest of the team, not so much. Although obviously the one goal, we have done absolutely nothing since that goal inside the first 30 seconds of the game. Been mainly Rapid Vienna since, but still 1-0 in the lead at the moment. Let's see if we can add to that maybe. Although, however, it looks like it's going to be another chance for Rapid Vienna as the cross comes in. I think he went for a bicycle kick there, and it's ballooned over into the stands. Audacious from the left winger. There's going to be another chance here for Rapid Vienna. Gergic with a corner, crosses it deep, and it's going to find its way into the back of the net. Husu with the goal. I'm not sure who was marking him. Herrera looks like he nearly managed to save it. Yeah, so the cross comes in, and I'm not sure who that was, but one of our players completely missed the ball. I think it was maybe Morrison. Went up for the header, completely missed, and we are all square. It's about time we started playing, though. Obviously, got that first goal, done absolutely nothing since, as you can see from the stats. Looks like we're going to head in at half time. Basically, where we started 45 minutes ago. So, not a great half for us. Just the one shot. Possession majorly in Rapid Vienna's favour. Let's see if we can turn it around for the second half. Right, 53 minutes in. Herrera hoofs the ball forward, straight to Rapid Vienna. Comes back though to us. Moises plays it forward, and the pass is cut out again. Some top quality possession here from us. Not Wurmbrand plays it forward. Antista with the long range effort hits the crossbar, and Devlin comfortably heads it back to Herrera, who will be clutching onto it thankfully as the long range effort hits the crossbar, nearly putting Rapid Vienna in front. They've certainly been the stronger side so far in this game. The pass down the right hand side, miles away from the winger. Can we maybe do something here? We've got the throw in. I mean, it's not a great position. Moises hoofs the ball forward towards Keskinen, who's not going to get there. Bowler pulls it back, and Rapid Vienna are comfortably in possession with it at the back again. Highlights still going, which makes me think something's going to happen for someone, probably them. As you could see that happening, you saw the gap opening up for that pass. But thankfully, Herrera makes another save and keeps the scoreline at 1-1. We still haven't got going in this game at all. There's Devlin with a throw in. Moises tries to find Keskinen again, and he's going to somehow find it. I don't know how, but we are 2-1 in the lead. I've no idea how Keskinen got onto that because it looked like it should have been the defenders all day long. But we will say thank you and take it and move on as we are 2-1 in the lead now. We will we'll make some substitutions because other than two bits of quality, well, one bit of quality and one bit of luck, we've done absolutely nothing in this game, and certainly do not deserve to be winning. So let's see if the substitutes can actually do anything and help us get this win. As Rapid Vienna are on the attack again. Is that Andreas Voigtman? And I saw a Voigtman, so I'm going to assume it's him. I had no idea he was playing here as they go close again. I actually thought that might have been in then, but wrong side of the post. Yeah, Rapid Vienna. That's that Austria. He's Austrian, so it would make sense. I'm pretty sure that's Austria. Would make sense. He's gone back to Austria in his later years. Obviously, starting out at my team in Aston Villa in his youth. Hopefully, I'd quite like actually to not see any more highlights in this game and just see this result out. Which no, we're going to see a highlight. Hopefully, we don't see a goal though. There's Raxiu or Raxiao. We'll go Raxiao. Ends up giving the ball away though, and Herrera moves the ball forward. Straight over the top to Lazatic. Can he go and put us clear? He can, with another really good finish. So I've no idea how. We certainly don't deserve to be winning 3-1. I'm not even, well, we don't even deserve to be winning at all, to be honest. But Route 1 Stoke City football from the goalkeeper. Just absolutely hoofs it forward, straight over the defender's head, putting Lazatic through on goal. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Keeper, as you can see here from the replay, completely off of his line, isn't really set for it. As Lazatic gets it on his left foot and puts it low and hard past the keeper, putting us 3-1 in front. Things you love to see. So, turns out, even with this tactic, you don't even need to play well to win. As you can see, 16 shots to Rapid Vienna. Compared to our 6. Yeah, we certainly didn't deserve to win that game, but we will certainly take it as we add another win. I think that may be 6 or so, 6 wins in a row, or something 7. I don't even know. I've lost count at this point, which is pretty mad to say after the run of form we'd had before we changed the tactic. So that's going to do it for today's episode on Super Sammy Plays. Obviously, once we changed the tactic, didn't start so well with the loss, but 7 wins on the bounce since then. This has turned everything round and might have saved our season. Obviously, we'll see how it goes going forward from here, but promising signs early on. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.